Just came out to water the plants, and I'm just doing an update of the plants I'm doing. This is one pot at the front, and the missus gets a cutting from these geraniums about here, plants them, and they start generating again. So simple to grow. So you can multiply your geraniums by getting cuttings from each one and repotting it. There's one here, just down here, which is the other cutting. That's when we've got new buds coming out. That's the jasmine starting to flower. Olive has got a lot of flowers on it. Hopefully I should get some olives on it, but I love the tree. I pruned this last year and look how healthy it is. And I got another one here. Same, again I pruned it, and look how healthy this is. I've seen some people olive trees, they lost all the leaves. And this one comes up every year. It's got yellow flowers on it. I don't know what plant that is. And here is the wisteria, which I brought last year. It was just a twig, and I'm training it to go underneath this gate. I put a trellis up there to train it. So next year I should get a lot of flowers hanging down, because it's only a young tree. Right, let's go out the back, see what we got. Again, I got another jasmine here, which I pruned it yesterday. It was going up into the gutters, so I came out and I pruned it. And that's my palm tree, which I had for nearly 20 years. And little blue flowered plants down here. They come up every year for the last 30 years. And the mints are coming out as well. I think these are lemon mint. Let's have a smell. Lovely. You can make a cup of tea out of that. You can get the leaves, boil it, get the leaves out, put a strainer on it, and then you see the colouring goes green, and just drink it. It's very good if you got a cold or flu. This one lost its flowers. I put a video about a couple of weeks ago. If anybody knows what it is, to put in the comments below. It's got two more, or is that a seed? That must be a seed in there, because that flowered. It's turned into a seed. It's a pod. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's a pod. So I should have a look at that a couple of weeks time when it dries, see if it's a seed. Another palm tree. It's got a couple of new leaves growing on it. Honeysuckle. Again, when I pruned the jasmine, I pruned this one as well. It was going up to the gutters. And here is the other one that I said, if anybody knows about that plant, which is over there, put a comment below. When they flower, the flower is too heavy. It just flops down like that. But it comes up every year. It's been here nearly 30 years. I've just took the dead roses off of this. Hopefully you should grow new roses on it. Here's my corns, which I planted a couple of weeks ago. They're coming up nicely. And this is my nectarine. I don't think they're going to get any bigger than this, because I only planted this in the ground last year, and it had a bit of a shot disease and a fungal because we had a lot of rain and wind. So somewhere the wind must have picked up a fungus and brought it into the garden, because last year they looked so healthy. I've got my little cucumbers down there, mini cucumbers. and that's a big cucumber over there. This one, I don't know what it is. I shall have to wait next year because it flowered but nothing came out. Originally it was a peach or nectarine grafted on it, so I shall see next year what it is. If not, if it doesn't produce any fruit, I'll get rid of it and put another fruit tree there. Here is the melon. It's taken up nicely now. Another couple of weeks and they'll start to shoot up. That's a round of beans. It's gone right up. And that's my morella cherry tree. Blackbirds love it. They're turning red. I tasted one yesterday and it was sour. Again, I don't expect decent fruit on it this year because they only planted it there last year as well. So next year hopefully. Again, this one had a bit of disease on it as well. And what I did, I ordered a copper spray. So I sprayed it with a copper spray and see what happens. Here's my blackbird, my fair friend there. Every time I sit down, he comes for Ritz biscuits. There's a giant tomatoes there coming up. Another round of beans is flowering. Another giant tomato. And this is my apricot. They're coming up nicely. There's quite a few in there. There's a nice one there. Again, next year I should have a nice crop. It's only a young tree, semi-dwarf. I've got a couple here. I planted these broad beans from a seed. And look how they're growing. Those are broad beans. That's little peppers. Artichoke. Another 3-4 weeks and it should start growing artichoke in the center. Avalon peach. Again, he had a disease and I sprayed it with a copper spray. It's looking alright at the moment. There's a couple of peaches up here. There's a couple down here. Down here. Now if you've seen my other video where I had a Saturn peach, this was totally gone. The leaves was really curly, so I thought I'll spray it with a copper spray, which I did, and a week later still nothing happened. So I thought I'm not taking a chance, so I chopped it down here. Hello blackbird. Yeah, here it is, going on to here it is. Here are my cherries. Hey. So I thought I'll cut it from the top here and see what happens, because last year I did exactly the same. I took all the branches off. It was barely no branches at all, not even this bit here, not even them bits, and it just suddenly shot up. So I had about 20-30 branches on it. So let's see what happens this year. I left this bit here just in case nothing grows on this side, and see what happens on this side. But again, if nothing happens, I'll get rid of it and buy a new one. Here is cucumbers down here. Another cucumber down there, which I brought from a garden centre a couple of weeks ago. They're doing alright. And here is my melon. Now, on the melon, these are the male, where you see there's no big, like a pea shape underneath. That's a male. Now here is the female. When it grows from here on the side, you see how fat the bottom of the flower is? That's a melon. So what I do is I usually get one of the males and pollinate it, but I'm going to see if the bees pollinate that instead. Here is my tomato. Let's have a look. It's like a cherry tomato. Here's a beef tomato, another beef tomato. Is it beef tomato? Let's have a look. Yeah. No, it's not beef tomato. And here is another melon. I bought two just in case you need two to pollinate the other one. That's another tomato. Which one is this one? Let's have a look. This is the beef one. Beef tomato. Let's put that one back in there. That's it. Beef tomato. Should be two beef tomatoes. These are my corianders. They've flopped because I watered it. So as soon as the sun comes out, they're going to start shooting up again. And that's the one I finished. I'll put that in a salad. So tomorrow I should come out and replant more seeds. So when that one is grown, I'll plant new seeds in this one. So that when that is almost finished, this one's grown for the next lot. Again, I've got another wisteria here which I'm training down there. Already started to thread it through the trellis. Blood orange. It's got loads of flowers on it. You had more flowers a couple of weeks ago, and now it's grown even more flowers. And this is my Mediterranean clementine. Here is a fruit coming up there. See it? A little ball. That's the fruit. There should be quite a few all around, and it's still flowering. You can't keep these outside in the winter, otherwise the frost will kill it. Same as the blood orange. So what I'll do is I'll keep him outside the shed here, and when the November comes, I just put them in here. Here's another palm tree. There's another one over there. And that's my fig. Again, next year I should have some figs on it. Not this year. This was in a smaller pot last year, so this year I took it out of the small pot and I put it into this big container pot. And this grape, I came out and I gave it a real good pruning, and I just left about 4 or 5 branches which I should train to go underneath the pergola. That's a black grape. The birds love it. They're not really eating grape. They've got big seeds in them. And same as this one. This one is a white grape. Again, I pruned it, and once the branches start growing, I should train it to go underneath. And these are a few of the boxes which I kept them empty. I filled them up a few weeks ago, and I was infested with starlings. And there is the begonias. thing about begonias, they need a lot of water. Every day you have to come and water them, and they keep dropping their flowers. Beautiful. That's one of my favorite plants. And here's another one here. Dahlia. This one is a different color. It's been in there nearly 3 years, and I thought it died, but it kept coming out every year. Late, that one was growing in probably a greenhouse. I brought that one at the garden center. This was planted as like an onion, a bulb. So I planted in there, and it comes up every year, and it's got different colors on it. And that one as well. And this one, giant parsley. The leaf on this is huge. I keep using it as soon as they come up for spaghetti or whatever sauce I'm going to do. Now what's happened is it dropped these seeds last year, and that's the result of it. It's got new ones growing down there. And that's my La Croix. Hopefully I should get some flowers on it next year, but it will never grow in this country. It's too cold. When the flower is about October, November, December, and the frost kills it. Right, and here's my fountain. The birds love it. It's got a lot of foam in it at the moment because I put up a bit of bleach in it to get rid of the algae, which I should clean, empty it again, and put up fresh water for the birds. And this is my favorite rose. The smell on this is beautiful. Oh, it's lovely. Isn't that beautiful plant? Look how many roses it's got on it. I'll never buy strawberries again. It's not worth it. You're better off going to a shop and paying £1, £2 and get a box of strawberries. But gives it a bit of a greenery into the garden. Here's another rose. There's a couple of roses here. And I put the bird feeders down here because when I got the bird feeders up there, it's, starlings just attack it. But they still attack it here, so I'm just waiting for these seeds to be finished and just use the cage similar to this one instead of that one. They say it's a squirrel proof and a starling proof, but it's not. This is amazing. This was planted in there last year, October, November, and they're still going. Winter pansies, still going. I want to buy coronations, but I got the wrong ones. I got pinkies. Here is more roses. White rose. There is one that's coming up. It's got a lot of bulbs on it. Here's another hanging basket. These roses are doing well. I saw it, I liked it, and I brought two. Here's another one here. There's more geraniums. And finally, more geraniums. Now, I should go make a cup of coffee, sit down and feed the birds. Sit here with a nice cup of coffee and throw a couple of bits of bread out there, and starlings, pigeons, sparrows, robins, they will come down here. And my mate, the blackbird, loves Ritz. I've done a video of him where he comes right next to me and he gets a Ritz biscuit. Right, thanks for watching, folks. See you next time. And here he is. Just as I said, I'm going to sit down with a cup of coffee and feed the birds. There's my mate. Let's see if he comes. Yeah. Look, I'm going to sit down. I don't want to tame him too much. Let's see if he comes. Yeah. He loves Ritz biscuits. Oh look, he's back. Yeah. Come on. That's it. Lovely. Nice, isn't it? You only like a Ritz biscuit. You're a posh blackbird. Come on. You want a banana? Look. But you got banana and you got Ritz. Right. Oh. Carl, you're vicious.
For a minute. No, I think you've got. I know, he went down for the biscuit, not the banana.
This is how my garden looks like every day, 7 days a week, as soon as I get indoors. Non-stop. The nest up the top, up there, one of the trees, there's about 150 of them. Look at it. Infested with starlings. I'm going to open the back door and watch how many of them fly away.